know Devin and Odie and Issam, you know them?
No, we work on different shifts. I'm an 830 unit.
I'm saying you don't know them.
Well, I know them, yes, I know them. But I'm an 830 unit, so I don't work on their shifts. I don't come in when they come in. This is my first time ever meeting you. This is my first time ever meeting you. I've never met you before.
I'm sure you probably heard of me, though, haven't you?
Just because I've heard doesn't mean that's how I do my job.
But you heard of me, right?
I heard your name.
Yeah, you heard of me.
I just heard your name. That's about it.
Okay, man. Hey, I think they're disciplined.
I wanna make a change. I got one life left, so I'm gonna go down swinging. Don't you forget.
Welcome back to the Random Patriot. Today's video is about a man named Christian out of Jonesboro, Arkansas. And Christian is being targeted by the Jonesboro police for no other reason that I can tell other than he puts the video, the body cam footage of all of his stops online. And so either these cops are targeting Christian out of retaliation for putting their videos online, or they just really like seeing themselves on YouTube, in which case I can help them with that. Now, Christian is a straight up dude. He tells me he has never smoked or drank in his entire life. He does not get into trouble. He is actually a pizza delivery driver, which is why he's always driving around town, running into the cops, making him an easy target. And at this point, the entire department knows Christian by name. And so whenever Officer Odie or Ote stops Christian, he already knows who Christian is by name. But that doesn't stop him from arresting Christian within 10 seconds for failure to ID.
What's Ote, Jonesboro Police Department.
Yeah, I know. It's you again, huh, Odie?
The reason I stopped you is because you was following too close?
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
No, I
You
wasn't.
asked me with your high beams.
No, I wasn't.
When I pulled over into this parking lot, you was so close, you almost
No, I
rear-ended
wasn't.
me. Okay. What was the purpose of you?
Odie, you harassing me again, Odie.
Can I have your driver's license, registration, insurance?
What's the traffic infraction, Odie?
Driver's license, registration, insurance.
You harassing me again, Odie.
Mr. Mobley.
Okay.
Driver's license, registration, insurance.
You know that's BS, Odie.
Step out.
Step out.
Step out.
Here's your driver's license. Here it is.
No, step out.
Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. What you doing, man?
Step out.
What are you doing?
Turn around.
What are you doing, Odie?
Hands behind your back.
What are you doing?
Hands behind your back.
What am I being arrested for, Odie? What am I being arrested for?
Obstruction.
For what?
142 dispatch.
Oh, hell, this is bullshit.
15 one time.
You know this is bullshit, right?
Turn around. I asked you 3 times to give me your information.
I gave it to you. It's in your hand.
I'm only required to ask you once. You gave it to me once I came over here and told you to step out of the vehicle.
You know what you're doing is BS, man.
Let's go.
How you going? This is a...
This way.
You know what you're doing is bullshit, Odie. This is an unlawful arrest, Odie.
Take a seat for me.
I'm being arrested for what?
Obstruction.
I did not obstruct.
Foot inside the car.
You said I'm arrested for obstruction, huh, Odie? You arrested me for obstruction? Just come at 8:30.
I'm arresting him for obstruction. Okay. Hello. Mr. Mobley?
Yeah.
What's a good phone number for you?
What am I being arrested for?
Obstruction.
I'm being arrested for obstruction.
Yes, sir. What's a good phone
How
number?
did I obstruct, Odie?
Are you gonna tell me your phone number, Mr. Mobley?
What's the number for?
For your citation.
How did I obstruct, Odie?
What's your current address?
You know my address, Odie. It's on the driver's license.
Okay. You mind telling it to me?
It's on the driver's license.
All right. Well, like I said, you're going to jail tonight for obstruction. I asked you 3 times to provide me with your identification.
I gave it to you.
After the fact, I came over there and...
How was I obstructing, though, Odie? How was I obstructing?
His phone on the top, Dale. Mr. Mobley, anything else in the car other than these 2 phones you want?
Can you get my my wallet?
Where is it?
It's no, it's at the no. You gonna let me get it?
No, sir.
You still haven't explained to me how.
If you tell me where it's at, I can get it for you, but you can't get out and get it.
Can you call Papa John's and talk to Jason? Call Papa John's and talk to Jason and tell him I've been arrested.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Okay. Make sure you do an inventory of it.
I did.
Okay. It's some money in the center console. Make sure you count that out. Put that on there.
Okay.
So you don't say we try to take nothing. Nobody harassing you. You harassing us. Nobody is harassing you. Your traffic infractions.
Just sit back and just take it. Like honestly, what was you doing in my situation?
Mr. Mobley, at this point, I'm done talking to you. So you can continue to talk to yourself, but I won't be responding.
Huh?
I'm not responding to you.
At some point, you gotta stand up for yourself. Is my car being impounded, right?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
So where's it going to?
I can get you that info when we get to the jail.
Have you found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? And do you need a lawyer that's free unless you win? Well, I'm not a lawyer, but Morgan & Morgan is America's largest personal injury law firm with over 1,000 attorneys in all 50 states. And they're 100% free if they don't win your case. So if you're in an accident or hurt in any way, you should know how to protect your rights. And when you're seriously hurt, your injury could be worth millions of dollars. Morgan & Morgan don't settle for lowball offers. They've achieved very significant verdicts in just the last couple months for victims that were in life-threatening car crashes. One case was in Florida for $12 million, which was 34 times higher than the insurance offered to pay. The other was in Philadelphia for $26 million, that was 40 times higher than the insurance offered to pay. Getting an attorney isn't always as easy as it sounds. You could waste hours calling different law firms like I have, or Morgan & Morgan actually has an easy form to fill out online, and it only takes a few minutes to see if you have a case. You can start your claim with Morgan & Morgan now by going to www.forthepeople.com/patriot, or you can click the link in the description, or using your phone's camera, you can scan the QR code on screen. So Christian did 3 days in jail before he bailed out for $2,500 and then had to go get his car out of impound. And by then, the cops already went to his job and got him fired. Christian pled not guilty. Like a true American, he is standing up for his rights and going to fight back against these tyrants in Jonesboro. His trial is going to be April 16th. It may have an extension, so we'll see if it actually happens on that date. But please go to his YouTube channel, the Jonesboro Police Debacle. I'll leave a link. Please go subscribe to him. And he also has a GoFundMe that I'll leave a link to as well. So if you'd like to help, please do. But before this video ends, let's go check in with my best buddy, Officer Safety. And Officer Safety is going to call his cop friends and see what they have to say about all this. Check it out.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, dude, it's Officer Safety. What's going on, dude?
What's going on, Officer Safety?
So I just had a quick question or two, and I don't want you to try to take my side or anything. Just be honest, obviously. Yeah. Would you agree or disagree that sometimes cops use stupid reasons to pull people over because they have other intentions, like not using your blinker 200 foot before the turn or following too closely?
If they have someone that they're looking to get because they know that they're involved in other things, then yes.
Okay.
Because I've done that several times.
You aren't going after normal citizens. Like, you're not going to go pull the judge over for not using his blinker 200 foot before. No. It's not illegal to stop someone for not using their blinker, but you wouldn't just use that on, you aren't out there looking for it. And if you use it, it's probably for an ulterior motive. I'm not saying it's not, I'm not saying you're doing anything illegal by using it, because they did make that infraction. But typically there's an ulterior motive.
Yeah. But yeah, can you utilize those to make an effective stop to investigate? You sure can.
Typically, you aren't using those little small things just to use them. You're using them for other reasons. Okay, yeah. And so, and I'm not trying to target you. I'm just kind of asking general questions. I know. No worries. He pulls this guy over for following too closely, which is always very subjective. You know, they always say 2 car lengths, but you know, what kind of angle did you see? The car length, the distance between the 2 cars is constantly changing, so it's an easy one to use that I felt like he wasn't the 2 car lengths or whatever. The cop asks him for his ID. It's 10 seconds. It takes 10 seconds before he actually has his ID in his hand to hand over. But by the 11th second, he's under arrest for obstruction. And around second 5, the officer on body cam says his name because he knows who he is. He says, Mr. Christian Morgan, or no, what's his last name? But he says his name, give me your ID. And then 3 or 4 seconds later, you hear him like still shuffling through the glove box, and then he has it in his hand. But by then, the cops already walked around, and you're under arrest for obstruction. And dude goes to jail. Like, it isn't even a threat.
I'm missing the connection. He had to have some kind of encounter with them to where they know him. They pulled him over several times, but has he ever gone after him on anything?
Like, from the very first stop, he immediately got the body cam because he watches YouTube channel. And so he got the body cam and started his own YouTube channel. Now, he doesn't really do anything except for throw the raw footage up there.
Okay.
But now they stop him anytime they get the chance, it seems like.
Yeah, so they're pretty much retaliating against him because they don't like the fact that he's probably talking shit about it. The guys have the improper attitude. I don't agree with that. The people that I used to follow were the people that I knew were up to shit.
That's what I can't understand is why are they after this dude? Because he is not a drug addict. He's not out. He's literally working. He's working. Like, leave him the fuck alone. Why are you pulling him over this shit? How long before you decide to pull him out of the car and they're going to jail? How long does somebody reasonably get to hand over their stuff before it's time to escalate?
Couple minutes, but it shouldn't take any longer than that. You already know this cat. You already know this cat. You don't need to mess with him if you just want to make a
you know him.
Yeah, that's a straight up ego thing, man.
It's not about taking everyone to jail. It's about being a peacekeeper at the end of the day. Okay, this is a hard question, bro. Racial profiling. Do you believe it exists? I'm not saying it's all the time and every cop and every day, but do you believe that it is possibly a thing that black guy is more likely to get pulled over for the same thing than the white guy?
No, but I believe that the profiling is used, period, in any spot or any department or anywhere because we're humans. But I have never practiced it. I've been accused of it, but it's never held water. But do I believe people use it? Yeah.
Now, I don't feel like, exactly. I mean, I believe it exists. I believe there is definitely racists out in the world. I don't think there's as many as some people want you to believe, but they definitely exist. And then
there's less than there is more.
I think so too.
You know.
Yeah, I definitely see it. Now I watch a shit ton of YouTube videos, so
yeah, I do too.
I'm gonna see them. But you know, I definitely see videos where I'm like, if that was a little white kid, he probably wouldn't have been tackled like that. But that little black kid sure was. You know, like
I don't know, man. I don't really think so. Also, in my experience, it's based on your reaction because I've had to jam up just as many on both sides of all spectrums, and it's based on attitude, resistance, feedback, you know, type of call. There's too many variables.
The only reason I bring it up is because I can't find a reason for this guy to be targeted so much other than he is a black dude driving around town all day long, because that's what he does.
Because they got a hard on for him. He's on the radar is what we say, and they need to both drop it. Number one, the guy probably just says, okay, if I want to do my channel, do your channel, stay off the local stuff.
Why
go
though?
Other places.
Why?
But then the cop needs to stop too.
Well, the cop just, I think the cop just needs to stop. He is allowed to. I'm allowed to say whatever I want about any government official, and if you want to be a police officer, then you're putting yourself in the public's eye. And I get to talk shit about you all day long, and you don't get to retaliate on me for it.
That's right.
So at the end of the day, he gets to keep doing his channel and do whatever the hell he wants. But those cops need to leave him the hell alone.
Oh yeah.
And then, but now what's happening is they're going to be on a bigger channel, and they're going to be blasted all over the internet.
Yeah, but they need to be the bigger professionals. I've had people talk shit about me. Do I keep it in the back of my mind? Yeah. But am I going to utilize that just to be petty? I'm not. But if they both make an understanding, I guarantee you, if they came to each other and the guy was like, hey, man, if I offend you, brother, I'm sorry. I guarantee he'd be like, hey, man, you know what? Me too. Let's put this beside us and agree to disagree, but be civil toward each other. And it would sort itself out. But you have to find some way to extend that olive branch, and you'll be in a much better spot.
So this is why everyone says cops always run their job on their ego, is because they let their feelings. I don't need no olive branch. Fuck you, bro. Fuck you. You ain't getting no olive branch. You need to be professional. And if you don't, and if you can't be professional, then find a new job. And it doesn't matter. And I can talk shit about you every single day for the rest of my life, and you can't do shit to me, and you don't get no olive branch. And if you don't like it, get the fuck out, because this is not your position to be in. If you're handed a badge and a gun and qualified immunity, then you don't get to walk around with hurt feelings and using those hurt feelings on citizens. Period. It doesn't matter what they said about you.
That's right.
So that's how I feel about it. But hey, I got to end this call, and I'm talking to you and one other guy.
It's all been good so far, so whatever, bro.
Thanks, bro. I really appreciate your time today, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, see you, man.
Later. Hello?
Hey, dude, it's Officer Safety. What's going on?
What is up, Officer Safety?
I'm definitely not wearing a fake mustache and a cop hat right now.
Oh, so. Well, that's that's all right.
So, all right, dude, I just had a couple questions. I'm working on a video right now. Sure. Would you agree or disagree that sometimes cops use legal but stupid reasons to pull people over for ulterior motives? Whether it's because I want to fuck with you, whether it's because I think you have illegal substances in the car, you have a warrant, whatever. But I can't pull you over just because I think that. I need a reason, so I'm going to use these arbitrary, stupid traffic violations.
Oh, I would 100% agree with that. One of the most famous ones is your license plate light is out.
Okay. Would you agree that following too closely is sometimes used as that?
I would agree to that. I think that is, that's based on an officer's opinion, and I think at that given moment, maybe you might have been following close, but
what I perceive 2 car lengths isn't going to be exactly what you perceive 2 car lengths, and so.
Correct.
Okay, so we would agree on that. So this guy is pulled over for following too closely. He is a pizza delivery driver, so that's why they're always running into each other, because he's always out delivering pizzas. You have to have your car up to date with insurance and all that to be a pizza delivery driver. So it isn't like he's never got insurance or whatever. My name's blah, blah, blah with blah, blah, blah department. I stopped you for this. I need your ID. And dude says, Odie, why'd you pull me over? This is bullshit. And then Odie says back to him, I forget his last name. I just told you why I pulled you over, Mr. Morgan. Now give me your ID. He knows the guy. He says his name within 5 seconds.
Then the obstruction charge, that's bogus. That's straight up 100% bogus. If I know who you are and I ask you for your ID just to see if you'll give it to me or whatever else, and you don't give it to me or you're looking for it, and I know who you are, that's the reason why we ask for IDs is to identify the person we're out with. And if I know who you are, I don't really need that ID. He's aggravated because he got accused of harassing. If I follow behind you long enough, you'll cross the center line. If it's nighttime, you might have a crack in your tail light lens. You might have a license plate light out. Or I can say you're following too close to the vehicle in front of you when it's actually three car lengths in front of you.
All right, I got one more question for you, man. Do you think that racial profiling exists in the police force?
Yes, I do.
You do.
I do.
And I think it does too. I don't think it's crazy everywhere, but I do think it exists. Do you think that even black officers racially profile other black people?
Yes, I do.
That's what I was leading up to. And so that's what I'm not, other than he does put these body cams on his YouTube channel, I don't know why he's targeted. He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He's always completely legal and on the up and up. There's no reason to be targeted. Now, he never uses the race card. I don't ever see him pull that race card in his videos or anything like that on the body cam. So this isn't me bringing it up because he does. I'm just brainstorming why. Like, is this one of those things where it's just a black dude that they always see driving around and he must be up to something one day and I'll eventually get him? Or is it literally just this motherfucker puts body cams on YouTube?
Real officers out there, officers from any agency, they're gonna tell you that there's no racial profiling in law enforcement. Because if they tell you that, then oh my gosh, that's going to be the end of the world, right? My experience inside the police department, you'll get people that are going to deny it until they turn literally blue in the face. But there is such a communication inside the police department that you wrong-do one police officer, you're going to wrong-do them all. You're going to have done wrong against all of them in that department. And if this guy starts putting out body cam footages of officers, then the other officers are going to target. They're going to get their, what they call just paybacks, or what they call their, it's legal. If I can't get him back another way, I'm going to hit him in the pocketbook. I'm going to hit him where it counts, because he's going to have to pay fines on these tickets. And he's going to, if he doesn't pay the fine, he gets a warrant. If he gets a warrant, he gets another fine. And it just starts snowballing with interest and everything else. And then he's on a downhill slide, and he hasn't done anything wrong, but yet everybody wants to look at him like he's a criminal. And that's not right.
Those two phone calls were very insightful. I wonder if racial profiling is occurring with Christian, or if he's just being targeted because he's putting their body camera footage online. But who would be stupid enough to target the person who's always putting the video footage of me targeting them online? Are Jonesboro police officers really that stupid? Wait a minute. Can you hear me? Wait a second. Is this still recording? Can you hear me right now?